Members of Parliament on the Environment and Natural Resources Committee have toured several recycling plants in Kampala to determine the extent of plastics proliferation in the country. The legislators made the trip to determine whether the industries are complying with the National Environment Management Act 2019 in recycling and labeling, as well as set standards. During their tour, they discovered that the plants do recycle local plastics picked from the environment, but also use imported materials. But the MPs were concerned to know if banned polythene materials are available in these plants.
Because to me, what I've seen, how the raw materials from our recycled plastics are not used in bigger quantities. So it may limit other companies that would opt for using and recycling some of these plastics.
And they are licensed to do recycling. So now we want to ascertain what is the percentage of recycling and imported raw materials. Otherwise, we may be thinking that they are recycling and yet they are importing materials to manufacture polythene bags and other plastics which are not allowed in the country.
Following their trip, the members of parliament say that although the law provides a tax waiver on these plants to encourage recycling of plastic, the protection of the environment should be a priority.
On the comprehension of some provision, because all these companies have their environment impact assessments, we need to see how they follow up with that.
Because we see in some of the industries, they're importing the materials. And in some places, they have basically recycled materials. And yet we are saying we want to reduce on the plastics. So I think there is need for us as a country to have a win-win. What do we have to do? To recycle or to import?
However, one of the MPs on the committee expressed concern that strict implementation of the law banning the use of polythene could cripple these plants, yet they are useful to the economy.
If we ban Kavera completely, then all this factory will not work. If we total ban now. But now, why do you really, when we know it can bring some revenue, some employment?
The Uganda Plastic Manufacturers and Recyclers Association Executive Director Moses Ategeka calls on the public and authorities responsible for cities to support solid waste management, especially sorting garbage.
Solid waste management means you pick Buvera, put them in one place, you pick metal, different place, paper, and then garbage. You can see the Kitezi problem came because of what you call the mismanagement of the waste. So we need to continue effecting on sorting systems, plastic waste, and then we bring it back to the recyclers. Some recyclers are operating at low capacity.
The move comes as world environmental activists gather in South Korea for the 5th session of the Intergovernmental Negotiating Committee on Plastics Pollution. Ugandan environmentalists are calling on the rest of the world to take a strong stand and endorse the Global Treaty on Plastics.